Hi, my name is Melanie Hinds. I'm the fastest Iraqi Dinar channel on the net. I help you be happy, healthy, free, happy, healthy, divinely wealthy. Guys, I help you with secrets to bring the kingdom to earth, so I hope you will subscribe and tap the bell and join us on the happiness side of the world where we bring heaven to earth. As far as our own kingdom is you can create your kingdom the way you want. Whether my husband and I live in a heavenly kingdom. Do we have problems? We're happily married 24 and a half years, but it ain't easy. We get grumpy with each other and then we go to our separate corners until we get happy and then we come back together. Amen. He's out the store, so I'm doing this Intel summary. The Zoom is up. Miracle Mastermind group members, the Zoom link is up. Miracle Manifestation members, we're doing a Kazan Zoom tomorrow on Columbus Day. Perfect timing to get all your final questions answered about the Iraqi dinar, the Vietnam dong, all these things that are about to revalue. I think they're going to happen separately, and so let's get into the intel, shall we? So breaking news out of Iraq, EIA, Iraq's oil exports to U.S. surged to 135,000 barrels per day. I talked about it in detail. I read it in detail like I always do. Iraq's crude exports to India soar in September. Then the biggest one was the Iraqi Stock Exchange trades 21 million worth of shares in September alone. Guys, Iraq is poised for the greatest wealth transfer in the history of the world. In my opinion, they are going to be one of the most wealthiest currencies in the world. If you believe it, comment down below. They deserve it. It's been 20 years. They've been devalued. Also, dollar prices dropped, but by the end of the day, dollar prices climbed. The dollar is illegal in Iraq. Only the currency traders are making money. Those are the people with money, like in the stock, like in the traders, the crypto or the stocks. When the stocks go down, people that are smart enough make money. There was somebody in my chat this morning talking about how much money he made when the cryptos went down. Guys, there's people who make money in any economy, so please join us. We'll teach you how to do that. Gold prices hold ground in Baghdad and Erbil. That's because gold is like over 4,000 an ounce, which means Iraq is ready to revalue. They have enough resources in the ground and in gold, 162.7 metric tons, to have a much bigger value than they have right now. And they're shipping oil like crazy. But all the articles, they're not really talking about that. They have an election season coming out. They start promoting their election this month around now, October 11th, I think. They were able to, so now they're in election season. The end of their term, I think, is, let's go to the other articles. I think there were some in those details. So now we go to everybody else. I believe you learn more by listening to everybody. Guys, I look for the bigger picture. I look at the forest, not just individual trees. So I include everybody in my summaries. If you like that, please comment down below. One place, one stop shop wonder. You don't have to watch everybody's hour and a half long broadcast. Even mine gets to be an hour and a half by the time I do the faith portion, then the financial portion. It gets long, so I summarize it here. If you like that, please comment down below. Keep doing these quick summaries because I know a lot of people are working really hard. I come from a hardworking family. So here we start with Mark Z. He's one of the best YouTubers in this space. I don't even have time to watch him, so I rely on these summaries. I hope you respect me for making that as part of my channel, the summary of everybody. So this is Mark Z. Let's see, article, 3 central banks strategic projects under implementation. 120 billion dinar of Kurdistan's revenues are ready to be transferred to Baghdad to pay salaries. A month before the end of its constitutional life, Parliament faces a race of time to save the outdated laws. These are all part of the HCL law and the race to implement the hydrocarbon law before this legislative session ends. He's excited but cautious. That's Mark Z. That it completed, they had a question, does their term end this November? Mark Z said, I think it ends October 31st. He goes, then the elections are November 11th. There is a break in between the term ending and the elections. There is a hard push to get things done in Iraq. Yes, there is. This could be a good time for it. Now we got Bruce. Some of you like him, some of you don't. Whatever comments you put down below, I appreciate your comments. I read all your comments. I love all your comments. Please feel free to go crazy in the chat and let me know how you're feeling. Even if you're mad, say you're mad it's taking so long. I want to hear it, guys. We need to get it all out. Why? Because it's toxic to your body to keep stuff in your emotions. You need to get it out. And if you want to use this intel summary to get your frustrations out, feel free. I love you guys unconditionally. I can take it. Bruce says, well, guess what? We have another 3-day weekend this weekend, with Monday being Columbus Day, and the banks are closed, the federal holiday. So what's going to happen on Monday? Well, in talking with our Redemption Center leaders, they are on call on Monday. They will not go in, depending on whether or not we get the numbers prior to Monday. Now, as far as Tuesday is concerned, I think it looks good for us to at least get notified by Tuesday. And I don't know that we won't start exchanging as early as Tuesday. Now, he promotes the redemption centers. I think Mark Z does too. You can comment down below if Mark Z, I don't know. But TNT Tony does too. They're on X. They do their calls. Their links are always on X. I've listened to all of them at one point, but now I'm doing my own thing, and God told me to tell you it was done. So I believe it's done. I have 3 steps down below if you don't want to go through the Redemption Center process. If you're not on somebody's list to get the 800 numbers, I teach you how to find your own bank. That's the pinned comment down below. I don't teach you how to get an 800 number. Okay, so now we move on to Frank 26. He's another very well-respected Intel provider, and he has a YouTube channel. He had a question: what's the correlation between the IQD and the Vietnam Dong? Same time, IQD first, then Vietnam Dong? That was the question. He said, in his opinion, and this is his opinion and mine as well, I agree with Frank on this one, the Vietnamese Dong is a little bit behind the Iraqi Dinar, but I'm going to tell you something. Because of Donald Trump, the Vietnamese Dong is catching up to the Iraqi Dinar. In his opinion, here comes Trump, everything changes. I agree with him. Since Trump came along, everything has changed. If you're not aware with that, I only talk politics on my Zooms. I don't talk about it here on the Faith and Financial, because I've been through the censorship before when it was a different administration, and I'd like to stay up for the long term. I'm here for the long term, so I stick to faith and finances. We're always going to be having to deal with money. You're always going to need financial information, and you're always going to need faith information, as long as we maintain our Christian nation, which some believe we're in the fight of our lives for that. Again, I'll talk about more with that on the Zoom tomorrow for those who are qualified. Go to my membership, look under the join button, and see how you qualify for the Zooms. Only the members that are qualified for Zooms can be on tomorrow. There's 2 groups that are on tomorrow: Miracle Manifestation members and Mastermind group members. Mastermind is for us to keep the money after. Don't you think you need that? I'm just saying. Pimpy, community comment. Pimpy doesn't want this to happen. He goes, what are you talking about? He does want it to happen. He said, of course I do. Just because I don't agree with what you're saying doesn't mean I don't want it to happen. I'm just letting you guys know this is the truth about things. Yeah, Pimpy's got a different perspective, and everybody's got a different flavor. Who's your favorite Intel provider? Comment down below. Then we've got Heneg. Haven't seen Heneg show up before. It says article, FTSE Russell upgrades Vietnam to emerging market status, pending interim review. That's why I included this. This has to do with the Vietnam Dong. It says index provider FTSE Russell has upgraded Vietnam to emerging market status in a long-awaited move that could see foreign investors plow billions of dollars into Southeast Asia's best-performing stock market. FTSE Russell said Vietnam's upgrade from frontier status would be effective September 21st of 2026 and was subject to an interim review in March of 2026 to determine whether enough progress had been made in enabling access to global brokers. Now, they're saying that they're pushing it to 2026. Is it going to happen in 2026? Well, they could be saying that so you don't think it's going to happen now, and then do it now so you're not paying attention. If you stay with my channel, subscribe, tap the bell, hit the like, and look at the Iraqi Dinar playlist. When Dong information comes, I always include it because I hold both. I also hold several foreign currencies and cryptos. I talk about my cryptos. Questions about my cryptos should be on my Zooms. Then we got Militia Man. We love Militia Man. I'm getting very excited about what's happening because I think there's so many things out there that are tying this together that we've never seen before. It's a bigger web. It's not about just one country. He likes what he sees. I'm seeing it too. It's a part of a global currency reset at GCR, which some people think has to do with Nasara Jasara. What do you think? Comment down below. Another one from Frank 26. Sully on TV saying we've achieved unprecedented results in controlling the exchange rate and it's an all-time low inflation. Sully is really singing like a bird today. Frank says, we have achieved the new exchange rate. He could change his words. He would like to change it to we have achieved the new exchange rate. Anyway, Sully, the man is talking like a parrot on steroids and he's singing you the truth. He is. He's talking a lot about it's done. It's done. Claire says, article, al-Sudani's advisor, Iraq is experiencing a rare price boom in its modern economic history. Quote, this boom is driven by low inflation rates, a remarkably stable exchange rate, and improved unemployment rates, all due to effective coordination between monetary, fiscal, and trade policies. And he's right. He's done a lot with what little bit they have right now. But guys, I think they are poised for a revaluation. What do you think? Comment down below. Whether you believe or not, I want to hear it. Sandy Ingram, you could end up in prison over your IQD profits and believing you do not need to pay capital gains taxes on your currency profits. The bottom line is you will owe capital gains taxes. What do you think? Comment down below. If you think we're not going to have to pay taxes, I want to hear it. I want to hear from everybody. Nader says some people are going to come out. They're going to tell you something about the election has been postponed or something like that. He goes, it's not true. It's totally fake. If they go by the Constitution, they're not allowed to postpone any election anymore. The parliament will be on the 11th. I agree with Nader. I love Nader. I'm glad he's part of this because he's not only has a channel, which I respect. I respect any other YouTuber, by the way. This is not the easiest thing to do because you put up with a lot of stuff. So I pray that everybody's strong enough to withstand the hate you get leveled at you for being a YouTuber in this day and age where everybody thinks they just want to take pot shots at everybody. I've turned all my triggers into glimmers. If you want to learn how to do that, you'll subscribe and tap the bell and start listening to the other parts of my channel. Frank 26, I think this blessing of the monetary reform of the Iraqi dinar is right here. It's going through a process of being implemented. It's already introduced. It's not as disoriented, confusing as it was last year. Now you know it, and you know it. Even the banks are saying, yeah, we know. Some banks are saying they know. I say don't call the banks. Don't screw it up. It's done. We all know it's done. Just wait. I will let you know. On my channel, you won't get an email from me. I don't have any email lists unless you email me because you want one of my strategies. 3 steps to a safe exchange, how to get rid of credit card debt, how to get out fast, illegally, and then tax strategies. How do you get caught up with your taxes, why you should get caught up with your taxes, and the basics of tax strategy. Get your taxes working for you instead of against you. Mark Z commented yesterday, Iraq's financial reserves exceed 100 billion, which is also the value of all their currency. Guys, I didn't do a summary yesterday. I took Saturday off because it's a Sabbath rest and I was busy anyway, even though it wasn't Sabbath. Now we got Mountain Goat. I need to cover the bullshit about getting an 800 number to call to make an appointment to go to exchange. I agree with him, but let's read what he says. The banks will simply exchange your dinar at the bank as a normally exchanged currency. There will be no special 800 numbers. By the way, there are no exchange centers either. I think he's wrong. There are exchange centers. There are people that will go there, but that doesn't mean they're legal and valid. That is my opinion. I'm a traditional finance girl and I know about the new blockchain system and I have the wisdom to know this because I studied it and I was trained by Price Waterhouse as an auditor. I know how to find out whether something's true or not. The investment is real, but some of these centers can be tricky. That's why, pinned comment down below. That's it. I think I'm caught up. What do you think? Comment down below if you like this summary. This was a summary for both days this weekend. I love you all. Please subscribe, tap the bell if you want to continue to get good information and how you can bring heaven to earth or how you can get healed. I have products that change people's health. Was changed by them. Comment down below or just subscribe already. Bye.